tumekuja Kisii kusherehekea miaka 20 ya chama chetu cha ODM.
Hello viewer, welcome back to Dokiza TV podcast. Today our talking point is, which way for ODM? Is the party losing its glitter as anxiety rocks its young legislators over its ambiguity on 2027 plans? As different political leaders and parties try to position themselves for voter supports in the 2027 general elections, ODM party of Raila Odinga faces a major dilemma. Will it weather the political storms, or is its 20-year star disappearing in the horizon? Before I proceed, may I kindly remind you to subscribe to this channel and to click the like button if you appreciate our work. As always, our key themes here revolve around leadership, governance, and education. We appreciate your feedback and therefore you can make your comments below in the comment section. With that, let me proceed with our today's analysis. In marketing, practitioners say a product, which can even be a political party, has 4 stages in its lifespan: introduction phase, growth phase, maturity phase, and decline phase. This means when a product is invented and introduced into a market, it can flourish or perish depending on market response. If the response is good, the product registers steady growth and reaches maturity stage. Many factors play out in determining how long it would remain at maturity, prosperity stage. Otherwise it will reach a point when it will decline, as inevitable substitutes take away a big slice of the market share. The lifespan of the Kenyan political parties that list up to maturity is about 5 to 10 years only. After that they decline into virtual oblivion or remain as fringe parties. ODM party has been exceptional courtesy of the shrewd mobilization skills of Raila Odinga. ODM excelled where many others failed. It is the most successful political party in the country. In any case, it is marking its 20 years of impactful existence. That nevertheless cannot wish away criticisms of lack of internal democracy and suffocating domination by Odinga family. Currently, it has 86 MPs and 20 senators. Only UDA with 145 MPs outnumbers ODM in terms of elected MPs, senators, and even governors. It has 16 governors out of the country's 47. However, many odds currently confront the ODM, prompting keen observers to ponder as to whether the last days of ODM are beckoning. As a matter of fact, ODM is an inspiring case study when compared other parties that have emerged in Kenya since 1992. Numerous political parties have been launched at different times amid much fanfare and expectations. They tend to shine in just one general election and then decline into virtual oblivion. Apart from KANU ya Baba and Mama, one can quickly recall National Rainbow Coalition, NAC, Ford Asalai, Ford Kenya, Democratic Party, DP, NDP, Liberal Party of Kenya, Ford People, Party of National Unity, PNU, National Party of Kenya, NPK, Kenya National Congress, Kenya Social Congress, among others. Discussion about this would be on another day. Today let's talk about ODM. So what problems confront ODM? 1. The most critical one is rebellion by young legislators and membership. These include the likes of Caleb Amisai, Lawrence Sefuna, Babu Owino, among others. Lately those legislators have openly said they plan to ditch the party, especially if it continues working with Kenya Kwanza. 2. The other challenge facing ODM is succession. Raila Odinga, who is 80 years old, remains vague on whether he would contest presidency in 2027 or whether the party will have its own candidate. If the party would have its own candidate, some insiders opine that by now such person should have been unveiled, as only 22 months are left before the next general elections. Failure by the ODM leader to name a successor has therefore left many ambitious leaders in its ranks anxious. They are not sure what lies in store for them as they continue to hold on to the opposition party. 3. A new awakening in Western Kenya at the behest of Trans Nzoia Governor John Natembeya has raised storms against ODM. Natembea's Tawe movement has left many voters in the region convinced that the region has backed ODM and Raila Odinga for a long time, and therefore time is ripe for them to have one of their own gunning for the Kenya's top job or protect the region's interests better than Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula have. 4. Newer parties such as DAP Kenya and DCP of Rigathi Gachagua are increasingly taking a slice of the ODM territory in western Kenya, at an unprecedented pace. This reality manifested itself when a candidate for Maleva in the coming by-elections rejected ODM ticket. 5. According to MP Carol Omondi, fame of ODM has been on a decline, if one considers the trend on the number of legislators that have won seats on the party's tickets. 6. Another major trouble in ODM is the divided opinion among many on the merits and demerits of the decision by Raila Odinga to work with President William Ruto, whereupon he offered 5 officials to serve as CSs in the so-called broad-based government. This cooperation has greatly hampered capacity of the party to criticize acts of corruption in government and to petition unpopular policies of Ruto government. In effect, it has subverted the character of the ODM party, which many Kenyans regard as champion of social democracy, human rights, and better governance. What options does Raila Odinga and ODM have? A. The party can stick with President Ruto and support his re-election bid, perhaps with an ODM person as his running mate. That would enable William Ruto to get huge vote from Luo Nyanza and other parts of the country where ODM support is still intact. B. ODM can bolt out of the broad-based government and gang up with the united opposition in the manner of NARC in 1992, where grand opposition defeated Mo's preferred successor in KANU Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta. C. ODM can bolt out of the broad-based government and solidify a third force with a view to scuttle William Ruto's victory as well as that of the other opposition candidate in the first round of the August 2027 general elections. If the entire Western Kenya realigns with another political formation other than ODM, it will have dented ODM irreparably, as it will be left with support bases of Luo Nyanza, parts of Coast Region, and part of Masaland, particularly Narok. All pointers are that ODM cannot count on its rich support base of Kisii and Nyamira unless it is backing faction where former CS Dr. Fred Matiang'i belongs. Since Matiang'i declared his aspiration for presidency in 2027, the two counties appear to have politically realigned themselves accordingly, as witnessed by the recent boycott of ODM event by all ODM elected leaders in Kisii and Nyamira apart from the Kisii Governor Simba Arati. To conclude this podcast, for ODM to prevail, its leader Raila Odinga has to recalibrate carefully and make decisions that can save ODM from declining into a fringe party, like many other high-profile political parties have, over the last 30-plus years of multi-party era in Kenya. As things stand now, ODM faces more odds than opportunities, hence it requires a Midas touch to turn its fortune. Thank you for watching Dokiza TV podcast. See you in our next one.
Kwa maoni yangu mimi naona kwamba Gavana Simbarati ambaye ametukaribisha hapa vizuri ndio bado ni kingpin ya Umugusi. Wangapi wanakubaliana na mimi kwamba Rati ni kingpin ya Umugusi? Ya tatu ni kwamba it is better to belong to a big house than to belong to a small house.